Honorable Speaker, allow me to help my neighbor, the senator from Kiambu. You see, Honorable Speaker, the senator for Kirinyaga asked the cabinet secretary to give details of ongoing tree harvesting in Kamurwana Hill Forest. The answer that the CS gave was that there is no such activity going on. The senator for Kirinyaga, as I know him, he's not a madman. I am sure there is somewhere from which this question originates. Madam CS, the problem we have with this ministry is that you do not communicate. And in fact, it is the entire government. This government is unable to communicate. The problem with Karura, Honorable CS, is that instead of the ministry ahead of time telling the people of Nairobi and the country that we will be doing harvesting of mature trees next week so that everybody is on the same page, you wait until we are sent videos online of felling of trees, then we see a statement from Kenya Forest saying, oh, that is us. The problem is communication. We wake up one day and we can see people clearing sections of Ngong forest on the southern bypass. Then when we ask, oh, that is us. I think that is where the problem is. So you need to tell us as a ministry, what is your policy on communication when you want to do tree planting, tree harvesting? Why can't you tell the country in advance? The senator for Kiambu is not a madman. We have seen you felling trees in Karura.
What is your supplementary question, Senator Sifuna?
So the question is...
Just a minute, Senator Mandago. Just continue. I've asked you to ask you a supplementary.
Honorable Speaker, why am I being heckled by people from Wasinigishu? We are talking about Karura. I don't even know whether he knows where Karura Forest is. Can he allow us to engage this CS? Why am I being heckled by people from Wasinigishu? When it comes to forest in Elbagon or wherever it is, you can ask your question. Chair, the reason we were concerned, me and my brother from Kiambu here, Honorable Speaker, Karura Forest is at the heart of the people of Nairobi and Kiambu. So what is the communication policy? Do you wait until Twitter tells us, Sifuna, there is logging going on in Karura before you give a statement? Why can't you tell us these trees don't mature by surprise? I am sure the forest department knows how long it takes a tree to mature and when it will be due for harvesting. Why can't you tell us in advance instead of waiting for Twitter to tell us that trees are being felled, then you come and say, oh, that is us?
That question is not different with what was asked by Senator Karongo and the rest. Senator Kinwa, she will answer together with several other questions from other members.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is, this planting of trees, Mr. Speaker, is it a PR exercise or we are committed to it? Because in Laikipia County in particular, a place called Kauka, the minister then, Mr. Njero, planted trees. We went there to plant trees, but that place, as we speak right now, there is no single tree because the elephant went there and they destroyed everything. This year again, the governor was there, plus the cabinet, not the cabinet, but the PS, I can't remember which PS, they planted trees. So my question is it a public PR exercise to plant trees? And when we talk about planting trees, how many have we planted? It is not how many have we planted, how many have survived, Mr. Speaker? Because every time we talk about planting trees, but we don't know how many are surviving. Every time, Mr. Speaker, we are told the trees are planted, there is a day set for planting trees. Is it planting trees, Mr. Speaker, or is it the number of trees that have survived? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
What you're asking is, are we planting trees or growing trees? Growing. Because if you grow, you must tender those seedlings from the onset until maturity. So maybe your question is, are we growing trees or planting? You can plant and go. But growing, your eyes are there full time so that you can be able to nurture them. Senator Nduro, Fatuma.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and Waziri. Mr. Speaker, my question is on Madenge, and I hope Waziri understands what Madenge is. And previously, Madenge was introduced more specifically to northern Kenya to actually control desertification. But this plant is causing a lot of havoc in many parts of northern Kenya. I have repeated this question even in the last Senate, because the communities living in those areas, they are unable to graze even their animals because of madenge. Number two, the communities have requested the Ministry of Environment to be allowed to burn charcoal from those plants so that at least they can control madenge growing. There were...
Kanduro, the senator representing Nyeri County is wondering whether it is him or who are you referring to? Is it Madenge, senator for Nyeri, or Madenge 3?
No. Mr. Speaker, madenge is madenge plant. What is called Prosopolis or something like that.
It's called Prosophis juliflora.
Exactly. You are right. It looks like you have done environmental science or whatever it is.
That's my area. You know, I can
lecture
you.
Thank you. So me, I've not done that. So, Mr. Speaker, it's not madenge a person, but it's a madenge the plant. What I really wanted to know from the minister, I'm sure she's new in the ministry, but the DG Forest is there, the minister, the PSS are there. Us people living in northern Kenya, we have a lot of challenges. Those trees are dangerous. They are even poisonous. They are killing our animals. I want to know whether the ministry has plans to allow the communities living in those areas to burn charcoal from those plants, or what plans do they have to control those plants? I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Last one from Senator Seki.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I also want to request to understand from the Cabinet Secretary on the issue of Ololua Forest in Ngong and Kajiado North. That sometimes back, Honorable Speaker, we had a big problem on Ololua Forest where there are quite a number of intruders who encroached the forest and blocked the grazing and animals taking water from the river nearby. And I wanted to know the status of that encroachment, particularly on the area of Ololua. Could she just tell us what are the plans the ministry has done to make sure that that encroachment has been protected and even those people have been put in books? Otherwise, thank you very much, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, Madam CS, you can answer those 4 interventions.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker and honorable members. Indeed, these are quite interesting questions, of which some of them would require us to sit down in order to give you quite a comprehensive report, which we are again assuring you. That way we have tangible evidence and ensuring that we are all in the same page. Regarding the Karura Forest, there has been adequate communication by the KFS and Friends of Karura through their social pages. There is also a public notice in all gates in Karura Forest whenever the activities occur. Again, for the concerns about the planting, we are not planting, but we are growing trees as a ministry. And maybe what I forgot to say is that from the 783 million trees that we have planted, what we have noticed is there is an 85% survival rate for the trees in 3 years, meaning 85% of the trees are actually surviving. And what we are also monitoring is how many are being cut down. That way we don't have a negative net. So that is part of the communication, that is part of the report that we will be sharing. And again, it will be categorized per county to ensure that everyone is well informed. For Laikipia, yes, we take note of the elephants that were able to destroy, and indeed they are a menace. And there is a fencing, electric fencing that has been installed by KWS to address the elephants' tree damage with the human and wildlife contact. So electric fence has been installed in that area. Regarding the Prosopis juliflora or madenge, we have actually drafted a CAB memo, and it will very soon be tabled in the cabinet. It will provide a comprehensive report and approach through an interministerial committee to address this concern. And we know that it's currently affecting the 27 counties, and that is why we needed to have a comprehensive approach to this, and we will keep you informed on what will progress thereafter to address it. However, for the charcoal, yes, there's a draft charcoal regulation 2025 currently undergoing public participation, which will allow sustainable charcoal production. Thank you.
One from Senator Sekirenku, Ololua Folet. What is not in order? What is out of order? The CS or who? Let's first answer the question from Senator Seki.
Yes, Honorable Speaker, honorable members, the Ololua area is it is now protected. There are no illegal activities, no encroachment. As I said, we are happy to tour the area with you to ensure that again this is the case, because we are confident that now it is well protected.
The Cabinet Secretary alluded to the fact that that area mentioned, Kauka, is fenced off, which is not correct, Mr. Speaker. So maybe other areas of Laikipia, like for example, the areas of Moateto, that's why we are having electric fence. But the area mentioned, Kauka, Minor Village, all the way to Marmanet, that area, people are still being affected by those elephants. And I give her benefit of doubt, because she's new in the ministry, but at least she should give the correct information, Mr. Speaker.
But she has invited you to that visit. Maybe you can be able to comprehensive.
I can't wait, Mr. Speaker, for the visit.
Yeah. Madam C.
Yes, thank you, Speaker. Yes. What we had said is that the area is protected. It is not fully fenced. We have rangers around the area. And what we are saying is that we want to share a comprehensive report that is looking into the coverage with even the pictures. So we can have the pictorial component being addressed. That way we can be able to achieve the coverage that we require as a country.
Who do you want to inform? The CS?
Inform Kenya that protection is not necessarily an electricity.
He doesn't want to be, he has declined the information that you have. Senator Matinga Ome.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, sir, for giving me this opportunity. Let me start by commending the CS in the short